Alright, so some new videos have just been released that showcase the ogre-in-chief, John Fetterman himself, really starting to lose it on some reporters. He just gets super upset with them, he doesn't even let them speak or ask him any questions, and all of this because he is a die-hard loyal supporter of Benjamin Netanyahu. And he almost appears nervous in these clips, and I have a theory as to why, but we'll get to that a little bit later. First things first, let's take a look at these humiliating moments for John Fetterman.
Prem Tucker with Zeteo.
Tucker?
Yes.
Tucker Carlson?
No.
Immediately
Tucker
wrong.
Carlson.
Immediately
Prem
wrong.
Tucker with Zeteo.
Oh, Zeteo. Oh,
Yes,
yeah, the pro-Hamas.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
You guys
Just
are great, like, drop site. You know, the pro-Hamas, pro-Hezbollah.
pro-international law, Senator. But anyways,
Love that.
what did you make of
Pro-international
that?
law, Senator.
I want to apologize to the Zeteo fans. Keep killing the Hamas leadership. And also the Iranian too.
On that note, Senator, what did you make of what did?
And also,
He's not letting him speak.
That's okay, Senator. What did you make of the poll that showed Americans supporting arresting Benjamin Netanyahu at a 22-point margin?
I don't know why your network's so pro-Hamas.
I'm asking you about American public opinion, Senator. American public
I
opinion.
don't understand it. Why do your readership love?
I'm asking about American public opinion,
So
Senator.
embarrassing.
American public opinion, Senator. American support arresting Benjamin Netanyahu at a 22-point margin, Senator.
Yeah, and why does El Sayed? When he
Senator, I'm talking about American public opinion.
This is insane.
this is the pro-Hamas network.
Oh my god. And then he just jumps in. So that's the reporting from Zeteo right here. And it's just absurd. Like, first off, the guy's like out of breath the entire time because he's just this troll running around, like in a suit for once, obviously because his actual boss, Benjamin Netanyahu's in town. And then this entire time, he's just completely not answering the question, completely just pushing him to the side and saying, you're pro-Hamas, you're pro-Hezbollah, you're pro-terrorist network, whatever you are. When in reality, this is the guy that is supporting the Israeli government through and through their like categorized genocide in Palestine. And so this moment here with Fetterman is just completely embarrassing. He doesn't even let the guy speak. And this isn't even the first instance of this happening in this hallway alone. This is Dropsite News also talking to Fetterman today. Well, trying to talk to Fetterman. Let's take a look.
Julian Andrioni.
Who are you with?
Dropsite News.
Oh, you're Dropsite. Oh, no, it's like a race between who's the more pro-Hamas, Dropsite or Zeteo. So now I got both. Hi, everybody. Yeah. Okay.
You mind if I ask you a question really quick? It's about.
I just want to say, I want your
Again,
viewers
not
to
answering
see
the question.
How much I love to
Not even
watch,
not even hearing it.
Israel eliminating the Hamas leadership.
Then you may like this
I know
question.
that upsets a lot of your viewers and a lot
Jesus
of your
Christ.
founders.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's a great thing. So there's
President
no news
Trump-
coming out of me. I'm going to voice
President
back
Trump
Again,
Israel.
not
My
answering,
question
not even
is,
hearing the
where
question.
does your
Listen, look at this.
outlet come from, and who's funding it? And now,
Our
if you
readers, we have
think
46,000 individual donors.
your founders think it's appropriate to attack and kill Israeli civilians, that should be the news overall. And now you're sticking a microphone in my face. So,
not even in his face.
So there's not any news here. So
President Trump-
I think the question is, why does Dropsite love Hamas and Iran?
Oh my God.
And Hezbollah so much?
They're just reporting
I
the
think
news.
it's
They're just
really-
reporting what's happening.
I think that's the news. Yeah. I mean, are you okay with taking your paycheck from these kind of people?
Are you okay with Prime Minister Netanyahu being
I'm
in the
okay, and
United States?
I love killing Hamas leaders.
Oh my God, he's just so gross. And then stepping into the elevator. So that's Dropsite's reporting right there of this moment. Again, the same thing. He doesn't even let him ask him a question. He just goes on and on and on and on about the support of Hamas and terrorists and all these things. He doesn't have a response, right? And I think the reason for that, and the reason that he's running away from all of these conversations, is this right here. He is already over half of Pennsylvania wants him to step down and not go on to be a senator. Right? He is polling like crap. The Democrats would like to show him the door. The Republicans seem to be welcoming him in. Thus is the political irony of Senator John Fetterman. So exactly, right? And if you look at this, a lot of the reasoning behind this is his diehard support for Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu. Right here, Americans believe that Israel is committing a genocide in Palestine by a 19-point margin. Right, 43-24, and it's and with Harris voters, so broad Democrats, it's 72-7. Okay, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And if you go even further with that and say plus 22% margin believe that the U.S. should arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. And here is John Fetterman just diehard throwing his support behind him. But I think the reason that he is really nervous in these moments and the reason that he is just really trying to get in with this hug box of the conservative movement is because he sees a challenger to his left that is stronger, that is smarter, and that is better than him at doing his own job, and that is Summer Lee. So let's take a look at Summer Lee's moment right here, where she is just so perfectly honest and open about the challenges that people are facing right now.
We got two problems in this country. We have a government and a society that fundamentally hates poor people and that fundamentally hates old people. As we age, we do not have the systems in place that allows our people, our loved ones, ourselves to age with dignity. And we have not created a foundational structure a framework that acknowledges that disability justice is something that benefits the entirety of society.
Yeah, and then she just goes on, right? Here's another clip of her absolutely just killing it, shredding it on a campaign floor for Abdul El-Sayed, and this is in response to a poll that says, someone else 58%, Fetterman 40%, so he is already 18 points underwater, and this person says, it's almost summertime.
People who don't love their neighbor, it's our moment to stand, put up, or shut up.
So, yeah, I mean, clearly she has a lot of energy behind her. She's a popular candidate, and this is exactly more of what we need, okay? And these are the people, again, right? People like Benjamin Netanyahu. We didn't even need to play the clip. We can just look at the quotes right here. These are the people that are being defended. Is this guy saying, I'm going to New York, I'm going to speak the truth of these hate-spewing elected official. He's talking about Zoran Mamdani right now. Hate-spewing elected official is just Benjamin Netanyahu. But these are the people, right? These are the people that Fox News defends. Here's Benjamin Netanyahu here at Lindsey Graham's funeral, really just giving the boss call to these two, Marco Rubio and Pete Hegseth both, chatting them up, giving them instructions, whatever it may be. And then you have Fox News defending it and calling Zoran Mamdani and all of these people and Fauci these like money hungry and all of these things, and they want fame and that's all they care about. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But the reality on the ground floor is that progressives are becoming more and more popular, right? And they have these moments because we are actually able to talk about what is directly in front of our faces, as Daria Lisa Chevalier talks about right here. Let's take a look.
And one of them is the Block the Bombs Act, because I do believe that what's happening is a genocide, and I believe that it's a moral injury to the American people that our tax dollars are being used to enact this genocide. And so I think that this plays out in every single policy decision that we will make, right? If you value life, that is going to reflect in how you think about health policy. That's going to play out in how you think about housing. That's going to play out in how you think about childcare. And so if you cannot stand against a genocide, right, it makes me wonder whether you can stand for the things that working people in this country need, whether that's healthcare, housing, a Green New Deal. All of those things are deeply important to the American people.
And bars, actual bars, like no notes. This is amazing, amazing. It is just so clean. It is so good, and it's so true, right? There is a moral litmus test that is happening in terms of people's support for Israel or Palestine, right? Or sending funding to Israel at the very least. And people who are in diehard support of it, yeah, if they have this cognitive disassociation with what's going on over there, then how can they have the morally correct position on something like childcare, like healthcare, like housing, like all of these policy positions in the United States? And that is why we are seeing people actually really turning towards the progressive movement. This poll just came out today that shows Abdul El-Sayed up almost 10 points against Haley Stevens, right, in the Michigan Senate race. And so this is just another example of people moving to the left, moving to people who actually seem to give a damn about the concerns of the average American. Whereas, of course, we have people like good old John Fetterman here. Let's just go to a moment that is literally putting up his hand, pushing away a microphone to his face. What a moment to pause on. Can't believe it. But if you believe that Fetterman should just get out of the Senate and that we need more progressives in there like Summer Lee, like Daria Lisa, be sure you subscribe to USDS for more news like this. But I think that's going to do it for me. I'm Iago Lashua. Have a good day. Goodbye.